Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Sideline to Baseline with MB and Klew, and off in the cut, gracing us with her presence, Miss Shelly Barrow.
Sugar.
What up? What up? What up?
Sugar.
We are
sugar.
we are excited again, Shelly, for you giving us the opportunity to come in and share with us. Stop, boy. Hey, there it is.
Hey, you didn't need it. You didn't need that anyway. It's all good.
Hey, there go the green screen right now.
Yes.
This is what realness is.
I bet this don't have on ESPN set.
Hey, I tell you what. Hey, boy, this boy, and he just came in here too. I think my wife.
Tear it up. Let him tear it up. Tear it up.
He all board now. You know,
tear it up. I love it.
I know. We got 3 of them upstairs.
Yeah. I remember because he used to be quiet, kind of sitting in the corner, not saying very much. And then all of a sudden, my wife took him somewhere, and she came back and she said, honey, he was all over the place. I looked at her, I said, oh, it's on now.
Yeah.
Ain't no looking back. It's on.
Oh boy, let him do it, man.
Man, so we had great sports going on. Obviously, the NBA playoffs are going on.
Playoffs.
We still having some baseball, MB, so you're gonna have to catch us up with that at least next week. Get us all caught up on what's going on besides.
My Yankees are doing it, baby. My Yankees.
Yeah, and then definitely the NFL is starting. And obviously we gave a funny story of where they sneaking extra players in with longer hair, a few extra curves, and so that's going on. And guess what? About 3 conferences still trying to play college football, and this one right here hits very close to home. UNC said, "Hey man, a lot of y'all gonna have to get up out of here." So it wasn't a good idea. Somehow we thought young adults, very young adults, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old adults was gonna come in here and follow COVID. They found out very quickly with 300 here, 100 and something there. This ain't really what we thought it was gonna be.
Right.
You guys, this hit home to you guys very, closely. So I just want you guys to open up about your oldest child, Mackenzie, just dropping her off to a UNC system school. Tell us all about what they said to you guys before you left, and then what's going on now.
Well, immediately I saw UNC in the beginning of the week. They said they were going online. And then by midweek, they said, y'all going home. So I text Mackenzie immediately. I said, Mackenzie, did you see? Because Chapel Hill is only about 45 minutes away from her.
Right.
So I said, did you see what happened to Chapel Hill? Because we call it Chapel Hill. And she said, yes. Because when we were there, they said, listen, you mess around and not follow protocol, you're going home. You going home. And they said, and they already said no refunds. The whole UNC system said in the beginning, once you pay your tuition.
I didn't know that.
No, you're right.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I
didn't know that.
Read that fine print.
Exactly. They didn't tell me that, Klew.
They said no refunds.
They did not tell me that, Klew.
And in the spring, they gave refunds on housing and things like that. No refunds. So, UNC, they don't care. They're like, yo, you got to go. But we saw the pictures. I mean, they partying like it's 1999. They getting it in. They doing slip and slides. I mean, it's like, no. I mean, no, for real. It's like Franklin Street after a championship win. It was crazy.
Wow.
Just admit it. Franklin Street after they done beat us finally.
Yeah. You know what it is.
Yeah, he went to Duke.
I forgot. You know what it is.
What's Franklin Street like? I don't know. What's that? What is that?
You wouldn't know. You don't know.
Can you explain
like
to me?
Franklin Street is the main strip for Chapel Hill, like where all the stores are. It's part of campus. So the stores and restaurants, the bars, and they just flooded.
That's where it's popping.
That's where it's popping.
That's like Canal Street or Bourbon Street.
Nah, that's like at a HBCU. The set.
The set.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely. She's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Thousands of kids running around. Like you can't even see.
You can't.
Everywhere. It's bodies everywhere.
Wow.
They body surfing and everying.
Yeah. So it's exactly what Shelly talking about. Like they slip and slide, they mud slide, like all the stuff that we like. Nah, I ain't doing that. They all in.
Hey, do they have some wings from Magic City there?
You know what? Wait. Didn't you just get finished praying?
I just can't let that go, man. That's so funny, man.
You need to repent.
I need to pray for that. Good Lord.
So immediately. But what gets me, I know because I was looking at the article, how the kids are going home, but they still playing football.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you read the article, they said, okay, foreign exchange students or kids from foreign countries, they can stay, and student athletes can stay, who haven't decided to opt out. So, it's all about the money. That's part of it. Money. But then also some of those kids, like I say, they want to play. They have an option to opt out. Those kids want to play. A lot of them want to play this. Maybe their senior year.
But how can you send students home for safety, but you keep athletes?
But that's there you go though, and that's the part that's money, right? Because
that's foolishness. You're talking out of both sides of your neck,
and that's
why they student athletes. We got to keep them there to educate them,
right?
Why they can't educate online at home?
But that's the thing. You're right. It's about the money because that's when even though the kids want to play, right? Sometimes you got to make a decision in the best interest of the kid in mind. They don't know no better, because in high school, right? So in high school, right, the parent responsible for the kid. and pros.
Come on, man.
Hey, so in the pros, right, the players responsible for themselves.
Menu for sure.
And the players, I see you, Carol. Hey, but then in college, right, the coaches got to protect the kids.
Oh, and that's what happened. That's how they protecting them?
No, that's what I'm saying. They need to protect them, right? They're not protecting them. That's what we're saying. They need to step up to the plate, even though the kids want to play. Because we talked about here in Columbus. No doubt. But they need to protect the kids. They can't talk out of both sides of their mouth. And that's where they need to step up. The NC2A need to step up and say, you know what? Hey, we're taking out of your hands. We need to step up. If they want to force the rules, right, and whatnot, you can't. They do let you jump in and jump out. Jump in, jump out. No, be the leader. You're the leader of it. Make a hard rule, right, and say, hey, we can't play. We shutting this thing down. But of course, they can't do that. They like a mall cop. They got no power.
You are a resident cheerleader, so let's get it started. Jump in, jump out, and introduce yourself. Hey, so look, MB.
Yo,
here's my question for you and Shelly. Has UNC broke the mold and found the loophole for the bubble, baby, in college football?
Hey, I don't know what they did. They need to come up with the bubble. They need to do something,
Well, I think they have. They sent the kids home.
But still,
they got
bubble, baby.
No, but look at it. I understand what you're saying, but I don't know the restrictions.
It's all about the money,
is the players on shutdown now? Are the players limited?
No, the players staying.
No, but I'm saying though, they said.
Hey, where they gonna go? ain't nobody there for them to communicate.
But they can go to the neighborhood. But they can go anywhere in the neighborhood. The community around it ain't go.
No,
ain't
they ain't going to Chapel Hill community.
Well, you know how it is, MB. You really kind of locked down during this time anyway. You know how the season, you gonna sneak out, but that's gonna be for a party, and then you trying to
party.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying? That's a party or two. Well, you know they can go down the street.
That's what Renee. They took them kids home.
Yeah, go ahead.
HBCU is 15 minutes down the street, so they can get it in. But I'm just saying, to me, this sets it up for the college bubble. All the football schools in the send these folks home and say, "Hey, man, let's go." They go. Hey, that river round home
Yeah.
now.
Hey, I see what point you made, and I guess that's the closest thing they can get to a bubble, right? You know, in that regard, students not there, student athletes are there right now.
Renee, straight scam.
We're gonna jump to that, back to that. So I agree with. Let's answer Klew question first. So I agree with what you're saying, Klew. That's the NC2A form, or that's the closest thing they can get to a bubble. You know what I'm concerned though, these kids gonna get it in. I remember when I was young, dumb, and full of
there you go.
I would travel, man. You get in your car, you going to look for trouble. So these kids, man, you can't lock them down. So just the fact that they're not in the bubble, even though you taking the eye candy away, you taking the temptation, the local temptations away. But trust me, if they got a car, they're gonna go travel. And then they're gonna have somebody come see them. So it's not technically like the NBA, but this is the closest thing you can get to it, and I totally agree.
Hey, and this ain't an HBCU, Shelly. Everybody ain't go home.
Exactly. No doubt.
Hey, it's some girlfriends that stay.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, Klew. And that's my whole point.
You know how it is. They can't stay in the dorms and all that. Man, at the other schools, boy, they can live with you.
I want to talk about that NCCU. They can't stay in the dorms.
They make a way, y'all sneak them in or something.
No, Shelly. I'm talking about they live there, like
exactly
clothes, everything. They
ain't got to sneak in
from nobody. Ain't no sneak. They ain't.
Ain't no Seattle Seahawks. Sign somebody there later. Go open up the emergency door in the back. You know, ain't none of that going on. They can walk through the front door. But let's go back to what Renee was saying, man. About that. That's a scam, man. I didn't know that they were saying no money back. You know, that's a scam. How you expect you come there and then now they cancel school. They don't took those people money. That's a scam, man. That's more than a Ponzi scheme. They like this. They put the money in the bag, you know. No refund. I didn't even know if that was the case. Because man, you just crossing your fingers and praying that they finish the school year. There's no way that would happen. They took their people money and closed the door.
So you telling me, I'm bringing this back home. So you telling me, Shelly, that when y'all sitting up there, they done said, look, we know you paid this money for your child to be here, but if push come to shove, we sending her home and putting her back on the computer where she could have been anyway.
What's that?
Is that what they told y'all?
Well, here's the thing. When they're going to online learning, they didn't say that they were going home to online learning. For Chapel Hill, they said they're going home for online learning. Like some schools, they're going to online learning, but they could still stay on campus. Like some people went to school knowing that they were going to be online the whole time. And they paid that. They paid the dormitory. They paid that housing for room and board, and they ain't getting that money back. They just wanted to be there. They ain't getting that money back. That's crazy. That's not cool. That's a scam. That's just great. They still. I fought parents for that. They stealing because we ain't paying all them thousands of dollars for you just to go and have a dorm and eat. You can have a dorm and eat right here. Right, they stealing.
So Adam jumping in there say Texas opened up. I'm not sure what that means. Adam, enlighten us. What Texas did? The University of Texas.
80% online learning in the dorm.
Wow. Oh, so that's what they doing. They showed up like you just.
A lot of schools are doing that.
Yeah, they doing a hybrid.
A lot of schools are doing hybrid.
Yeah, even with McKinsey, it's hybrid. It's a combination between certain classes they come in for it and certain classes just online. Even like we went down there for freshman orientation, Klew. I won 95% of it was online. You know,
right?
95%. So some of our classes they'll rotate. She'll go in person, and then other classes is all online. You know, so they're doing that hybrid combination as well.
How did these football schools got to get these people off this campus, though? We got to create this bubble. Let's go.
Let's
go. Let's get this bubble going.
That's the closest thing they can do.
They got to UNC them, get them out of there. Ain't no dorm room. We kicking you up out of that dorm room. That's too much temptation for my players. I need you off. And I need my guys to be able to go and do what they please. And we got the whole campus on lock. It'll be just like it is. The two
doing training camp.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the same. It's the same feel. It's the same feel that when they send the normal students home and the players get to stay. I mean, it's that same feel of it's part of training camp, right? It's the same. So this is the closest thing they can get to a bubble. And I can see a lot of people following that same pattern of like, hey, we're going to send the normal students home, but then the student athletes, well, you're going to stay. And a lot of those kids, like I said before, they want to play, right? You got Justin Fields, I heard, if the rumors are true, trying to petition like the Big Ten.
Oh, yeah, he started petition.
Yeah, so you got parents, they want their kids to play. They want to play. Whatever the main motivation may be, they want to play. It's money, it's draft, it's championship, whatever the case may be. But that's where, like I said, where as an adult, right, you got to come in and say, you know what, I got to protect you from yourself. And you can't play. It's too much risk right now. We can't let this happen. But like you see, Klew, as you pointed out, this is a form of their bubble. And this is the way they're going to try to get this thing going, man. I agree with you totally.
Hey, look, they finna tell the Big Ten commissioner right now, talk to all these presidents and get these kids off our campus. I'm telling you, get these kids off our campus so our boys can play football. Shelly, let's switch over to the NFL. Did you pull up our power rankings?
Yes, I got them. All right. So the NFL power ranking. We all know who's number one, right?
Who's number
one? Who's number one?
The champ is here.
Who got the $500 million man? They better be number one.
Yeah.
So we got Kansas City number one, San Fran number two, Baltimore Ravens number three. God, Ravens outrushed their opponents by 112.6 yards per game last season.
Ground attack.
The Saints are number four. Mm-hmm. The Tennessee Titans are number 5. The Buffalo Bills are number 6. The Dallas Cowboys are number 7.
How about them Cowboys?
I'm still trying to figure that one out. Green Bay.
Where are you saying they should be higher?
No.
Oh.
Did they go to the playoffs?
Playoffs? Playoffs?
They don't know. Hey, they don't know what that word means around now.
No, they did not go.
Okay. All right. Number 8, the Packers. Number 9, the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Number 10, the Colts. Number 11, the Vikings. Number 12, the Steelers. Number 13, Tampa.
Right.
Number 14, Philly. And I'm going to stop at number 15, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question for you two is, are there any surprises? If so, who and why?
Go ahead, Shel. What's your...
Well, first, I'm still trying to figure out, not because I'm a Seahawks fan, but
Seahawks?
Why are the Seahawks ranked so low?
Right.
They had a great addition, although they gave up a lot of future picks, but they still have Russell Wilson, who is still in his prime, and he just had a baby, so that's more incentive.
You just tickle yourself.
Oh, I tickle myself. You know, when you start having them babies and you start adding up the cost, you got to play a little bit harder. Oh, wait. And then Dallas. I'm trying to figure out how in the world is Dallas before the Seahawks? Talk to me, historian. Mike, either one of y'all, how was Dallas before the Seahawks? Somebody jump in. Somebody tell me.
MB told me something early on in my career. He said, and I don't know if you remember this.
What'd I say?
This league is about potential, not production.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You were telling me that like young in my career. And so when you look at Dallas, they just have all the pieces. You know, they when you look at them on paper, it spells, hey, this team should be winning. Well, obviously,
showing that for how many years?
I'm telling you, I'm stealing from your husband right now, and I'm telling you why.
How many years?
Yeah.
Adam talking about true hype. I'm like Public Enemy. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Hey, I'm shocked. As much as we've learned about like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that they so low.
Right.
They told us that Jameis Winston was the reason why they was horrible, you know. But now you got the greatest quarterback of all times, according to most, and you rank him 13. So I think they already given him a scapegoat, a reason to blame somebody else. And I just don't buy that. If you done told us the entire time this team is a playoff team, a Super Bowl team, if it weren't for Jameis, okay, now why they ain't winning? They should be picked 1 or 2.
They ranked behind Minnesota. They're ranked behind the Steelers.
You gonna say not Public Enemy? Yeah. Hey, I mean, for me, looking at this list, I think Tampa Bay is too low. I think that with the addition of Tom Brady, you got Gronk coming out of retirement. I think their defense is really, they got pretty much everybody on the defense coming back, and that defense with Todd Bowles leading the defensive doing the defensive play calling. I think they're too low. You know, I think they need to be higher on the list. I think they're definitely going to compete. The only difference to me is that they're in a conference with the Saints, and the Saints is a really good team as well. You know, and then you factor in the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Atlanta Falcons is going to bounce back. Not saying that they're gonna be the leaders, but it's a real good competition. So to me, Tampa Bay is way too low on the list. I like how they started the list. I'm good with Kansas City. I'm good with San Fran. I think San Fran did a great job. I was initially disappointed when they let one of their best defensive players go. They traded him to the Colts, but yet they still got a really solid team. Obviously, all depends on the quarterback, and I think the head coach can help the quarterback a lot by establishing the run game. And I think their defense is real good. They're a very balanced team.
Right.
And then also they traded for Trent Williams, the offensive tackle from the Redskins. So I think they built the win right now. So I like them. I like Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, he's going to continue to get better and better. Obviously, they found the style that works well for them, being running the ball and the creativity on that. My Saints, man, is my Saints. I love the Saints. You know, I think they're good. But for me, I don't think Tennessee and Buffalo. I think they both too high.
Thank you.
I think they both too high. They way too high on this list.
Come on, especially Tennessee. They're a one-trick pony, man.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And I think it's going to catch up with them. Obviously, with the quarterback, he had a great year, Tannehill. But it's one of those things, man, do it again. He don't got paid. Right. He don't got comfortable.
I tell you, mess around and pay these jokers.
And I seen what happened at Miami. He got paid. And, man, a coach used to say all the time, 9 out of 10 people could deal with failure, but only 1 out of 10 can deal with success.
Wow.
And I don't know if they could do it again. You know, I like the fact they like to run the ball with Derrick Henry. Don't count against, don't bet against him. But to me, they too high, Klew. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, I can't agree with you more on both teams that you said, Buffalo and Tennessee. none of us believed them last year. We still didn't believe them. We, in the playoffs. And I think Derrick Henry was running out of his mind. But this year, Tannehill really gonna have to earn his keep because
no doubt
9 and 10 in the points. They don't care. They
no
gonna
doubt.
may not even cover one of the receivers just cause.
Right.
It's gonna get ugly.
And to me, they lost him. They traded their top defensive tackle. They traded him. I think his name is Casey. They didn't sign back a DB that was from the Patriots. So they lost some valuable leadership. And you know how success is, Klew, yep. Right? You have success, you get drunk on that success. And if you don't have the right leadership in place, man, you get intoxicated with that and you don't perform the same way. You think you accomplished something and you really haven't. So I'm concerned really right here. I'm going with this 5, then Buffalo. I'm still got a question mark by Josh Allen.
5, 6, and 7.
And 7 with the Cowboys. I like what the Cowboys are doing on the offensive side of the ball. They end up drafting a receiver, so they're going to have that potent offense. But their defense scares me, especially on the back end.
Right.
Their defense, they just lost their top corner to the Dolphins, right?
They mess around.
They don't really have a safety, right? So their back end, their secondary concern me. So right now you're gonna make it a shootout offensively, right? Because now their offense is stacked, but defense is concerning me. So I'm concerned about that.
And MB, let's go with this angle.
Yeah.
Who's the leader in that locker room? Everybody know that you got that quarterback on a 1-year deal. So where's the leadership coming from?
Exactly. And I don't know the type of kid that is, but that could be a distraction.
Yeah.
Right? Because right now he's playing for 1 year, another prove it year. He did it last year. I'm going to prove it now. Same thing. And so as soon as you go through some trials and tribulation, right, then now that can come out. The complaining, the murmuring, right? All that stuff, questioning and all that stuff. So I agree with you, man. It's to me, I think offensively, Cowboys, if they function the way they function, got a new head coach. I think what he's gonna do, add some firepower to it, take advantage of the new weapons he got. But defense concerns me, man. And I don't know if they can put up that much points, right, to compensate for their lack of defense.
Wow. Well, Todd seems to figure that the answer gonna be Andy Dalton anyway. So I think he's a great second plan or safety valve, and he'll do another 5 to 7 years in that role. MB, I really believe so. Andy just gonna tell y'all what MB said earlier. Put the money in the bag, homeboy. Moving forward.
But listen, I want to jump on that Seattle Seahawks though.
Okay.
Because to me, I don't disagree with their ranking, and I love the Seahawks. But to me, right now, even though they made the move, they made a bold move, trade for arguably one of the best safeties in the league.
So if you take 5, 6, and 7 out, you don't think that slide up, they would still stay at 9? You gonna jump somebody else, put them in that position?
They all the same. They fit with there. I think Green Bay goes up. I like what Green Bay is doing, even though I'm a little upset that they didn't draft more, give Aaron Rodgers more weapons, right? But I think what their scheme and what they add to the table, I think they got a complete team, right? Seattle, I'm concerned about Seattle. Same thing I'm concerned about Dallas. But it's the opposite, right? Seattle, I'm concerned about their front four. They can't consistently. They're a conservative team, and they don't have. They're not going to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Who have they signed, right, or drafted that's going to help them? Last year they drafted that guy first round, and he didn't even play. Then they drafted a linebacker. That's a conservative scheme.
Pick.
So a pick but this overall defensive scheme, and they don't have that system work best with some dogs up front. And you don't have Clowney.
Right.
You don't have you have anybody replacing. So I'm concerned more about their D-line. I'm concerned about Dallas secondary, but with Seattle, I'm concerned about their pass rush on the D-line. They don't have that. And their offense is not an explosive offense. They're more pound and ground play action. And Russell Wilson is amazing. But
Russell Wilson is explosive.
Yeah, but he don't put up points like that. That's not what they do. They score. They don't score. They're not like New Orleans. They're not like firepower. They establish everything off the run. Everything established with the run, pound, and then they go play action pass. Then they go this. Then they go that.
Why can't you?
So you got to have a defense to play that type of.
Absolutely, and I think that's the bottom line I'm gonna be trying to make. You gonna have to be. You're gonna have to be stout on the defensive side of football to be able to have that style of offense. So, hey. One of the things you said that I'll just hit on, you said Mr. David and Clowney, and they ain't got him. Nobody else has him either because he's way too high. But I think just David ain't gonna get the last laugh, y'all, because you know how it happens. MB folks start getting hurt.
Yeah,
you gonna be sitting there smiling.
Yeah,
if y'all want to see me, y'all gonna break the bank on a 1 year, and I do this all over again. As we move,
wait, you think that? Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So you think that somebody would sit and wait and still get paid? Like what if they didn't offer him and it was the option of me not offering you or you not playing?
No, so what's going on right now? He's not pleased with the offers that he's
I know.
Okay, so what he's banking on now is, hey, one of y'all gonna get in trouble. D ain't gonna go down, and y'all play first 2 games and figure out you ain't got no pass rush, and I'm sitting here. And then now you got to see me. You got to come out of that.
But you want to play. You want to play, and you go to play because what's the option? You not playing?
Yeah.
But then he's not getting any younger.
Right, but I mean, but let me
and then with COVID and everything, to me that makes no sense.
Let me jump in there. He's still under 30, right? Mm-hmm. And then he just came off a major injury. So for him, he had surgery, had hernia surgery, had surgery during the season right now. So for me, I could see him saying, "I'm gonna sit out this year and recover." Right?
I agree with Todd.
I could see him saying, I'm gonna sit here and recover. If I don't get the deal I want, which he already don't prove,
he ain't gonna get the deal.
Right? Listen, he already don't prove it, right? Because the money don't dry it up, right? With free agency, and he held his ground. I think he adjusted, but he didn't give nobody hometown discount.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can see him saying, you know what? I'm gonna sit out anyway. I'm still under 30. I'll let my body recover, and I'll get paid next year. Now, the only thing, Klew, about your point. The only thing you're right when somebody get hurt and whatnot, but here's the catcher though, is that then now you limit it because say if a team get hurt, one of the players get hurt, but they don't have a lot of cap space.
Right.
Yeah. So then now he limited, right? So now it's got to be a perfect storm where somebody get hurt that with the team that's got a lot of cap space.
Right.
So they can give him the money that he wants, right? So for me, I can see him just chilling, sitting out, say, you know what? Bye, Felicia. I'm a rest. Get my body right.
Bye, Felicia.
No. He's got too much talent. They're not going to write him
a
off.
lot of talented people that did that.
But he's still proven, and he has no baggage, right?
Right.
Occasionally,
other than you want you want a whole bunch of money. That's a lot of baggage.
that may not be baggage, but that's plenty of bags. Huh?
but listen, but they understand that. But hey, you need the position he played, defensive end. He's still one of a top 15 defensive ends in the league. Yeah. Those are hard to find.
Absolutely.
You know, so hey, but look, my boy Todd says something now. Todd, he is a Seattle fan. Klew, if I could deal with Todd for a minute, this is your own one, right? Okay, Todd. Okay, you listen. I love Bruce, right? This is my dude, right? But he's not the answer. Consistent pass rush. I think you look at his stats, right? I think the highest he ever produced as a pass rusher career high, maybe 8 sacks a year. So he's not consistent, right? And so then you also mentioned that they did it with Cliff Avery and Michael Bennett. Bro, those are some war dogs. They were able to scoop those 2 guys up. I think Cliff came from Detroit. Michael, I forgot where Michael was before Tampa, right? Those dudes right there, Cliff Avery and Michael Bennett, man, they are war dogs. Those jokers are technicians. Those guys work on their craft. Those guys are special. And you just don't find those dudes off. They're smart. And you just don't find them. And they fit perfect. They fit perfect in that scheme that was a perfect storm. So you just don't find those. They don't have anybody like that on their roster. Trust me on that. I'm telling you flat out, they don't. So they're going to have to develop it, and Coach Hurt is going to do a good job. And some guys got to take their game to the next level, like Reed, and then what's my other boy? No, he even going. Like Reed's basically the only one that could take the game to the next level, but they still got to get some pass rush on the outside end. Go ahead, Caleb. I just want to deal with your boy because he's a Seattle fan.
And we're going to close this thing out with some NBA action, man. Obviously, the NBA and a lot of stuff happened. The first thing,
JC called it, Caleb.
Hey, first
he's gonna win. He said it.
So let me go and get that out. We gonna ignore the first day and go to the second day, obviously. So, if you rewind the tape, Dame did what Dame do. He closed us out, right? But if you rewind the tape, I told y'all we was beating them in 6. And one of y'all argued with me and say, you think they ain't gonna get them in 5 and all that? I say, man, we can't. They ain't gonna beat us twice. Dame will beat us twice. So they go game 1. They still hot. They still hungry. Now we finna go and send them on their way, man. Listen, they gave us everything they had and beat us by 7. Good luck for the rest of the way.
Well, hey, Caleb, and I agree. The one thing which is not going to happen a lot, I guarantee you, is your boy AD didn't play a great game.
Right.
He didn't play a great game as far as his shooting. I thought it was inconsistent. The bucket he did on the free throw line. He had a lot of opportunities, but in order for them to win, him and LeBron got a ball out together.
Well, I agree with you with what you first said. AD has to go for 40 against these guys. He has to pick up his average way up because they're really weak on the inside. Nobody can guard him. They big, they're too slow, and then everybody else they switch off on him is too small. MB has to be the key. LeBron went for a triple-double, 27, 15, 18, something crazy like that. So LeBron is LeBron. And that's all you can really get out of him.
Tell him, Todd.
All right, let's remember now. See, we got a bunch of football people on this thing. You got to remember, this is basketball. This is a series. And in this series, I picked us to lose 2 games. Y'all ignoring that somehow. Okay. Not 1 game. I picked us to lose 2.
Okay.
Now so we still up another loss.
Yeah.
There we go. We need 30 and 20 at least out of him. It really needs to be that way.
The Lakers don't have enough support to win a game against Portland if both LeBron and AD don't play their game. They just don't.
Absolutely.
I mean, they just don't now. Portland, they're gonna have to play team ball. Dame's got to do his. They need all hands on deck.
They just gotta repeat what they did.
They need all hands on deck, but I don't think they consistently do that. I think they can consistently play good team ball against the Lakers to beat Lakers.
And I'm with you, MB. So let's go to day 1. I know JC, wanted to dog me out. He told me. Yeah, okay. You told me. I told you also they're gonna beat us twice.
Hey, Caleb, we need to do it. Hey, we need to do it like old times where we make a bet. If your team lose, you got to wear the other school jersey.
Yeah.
Had or something, man. We need to do something.
Hey, now watch this. You tell JC send me a Portland uniform, the one you had since you were 6 years old. You know how them guys are. He don't know what Portland is. And now all of a sudden he a Portland fan. Don't give me that mess, man, for real. So the Orlando Magic, man, surprised me. You need some words on there.
What's up with that? That's your home team. We didn't show them no love. You didn't even know who was on the team.
I didn't. But
they say, do you know me now?
Hey, them
you know me now, baby.
Hey, Vucevic went for 35 and 14. I just learned about him 2 seconds ago. And they beat Milwaukee 122 to 110. I think that says more about all these people that thought Milwaukee was just gonna walk through the East than it does about the Magic. Remember, I've never showed Milwaukee no love as well. But I think they had no chance of coming out of the East, and to me, this is proving it.
Well, we knew when the restart happened and they still was sleepwalking. I think they were like 3-5 doing the restart. I mean, and even the Greek was coming out. I think he was saying how they got to play better and they're not playing team ball. They still sleepwalking, right? I don't know what they was thinking about or whatnot. I mean, but they didn't make the adjustment. They didn't get it going on. And so right now, I think this is going to be a wake up call for them that they got to get up and get ready to go. You know, so I expect them to see them respond. Your boy Todd say he wants to see you in the Portland jersey, Klew.
Hey, look, if y'all find one, all you Portland fans allegedly out there, if you find me a Portland jersey, I sure wear it because none of y'all got any because you just hate us, just want us to lose. So you anybody fan that's playing against us.
Hey, Klew, and then he say, what you gonna do when they down 2? He throwing a shot at you, homeboy. Throwing a shot.
MB, however this thing work out, it's 4-2. We win.
Hey.
However you want to call the games, 4-2. You know, I never argue how it was gonna be. And everybody piling on me, man. Adam done went way back. My dog Jerome Cursing. Now I used to like Cursing, man. I like Terry Porter, baby, Jerome Cursing, Clyde the Glide, Duckworth. I go back with him, man. But we were skinning them guys then too in LA. We gave them way more than they were looking for back then too. So I know that too.
Klew, I like what Carol said about Milwaukee.
It's easy to stop. Trump works. Look, moving forward, man, we get into the Heat, man. MB, you remember this? The shocking sweep that you didn't want to buy into. I told you them boys are gonna have no chance. The Heat plays 1,000 miles per hour on both ends of the basketball court, man. One of the them in Toronto. I'm gonna go to Toronto too. Them in Toronto, to me, the hardest working 2 basketball teams in the NBA, man. And I don't think this one's gonna be close because they gonna squeak out even the closer games that they end up with the Pacers, MB.
Yeah, I you know what? Right now it seemed that way, and you know what? All I say, you was right. You was right. I thought Indiana bring a little bit more, but
you're right.
You're right. That's all. You're right. You're right. You're right. But, you know how brother be doing. But Klew, I told you that Utah and Denver game was going to be a great game, right?
Hey, look. So OKC. Yeah. And Houston, man, this is the one that we all thought was gonna go to 7. So I mean, I thought James Harden shot lights out, bro. No doubt. Like, listen, if he plays like this, I don't want to see him. I don't think nobody want to see him. But can he play like this? You know, the entire this series along with the other. I ain't changing my mind. I still think OKC beats them, but this game gonna be 4-3 either way it goes. So I think this is back and forth.
Yeah, no, I mean, with Houston, obviously, man, with James Harden, the Harden factor, I mean, he's a special player. And OKC don't have anybody like James Harden. I mean, Chris Paul is Chris Paul, but he's better versus when you compare him to James Harden, he's better sticking with Allstate commercial. James Harden right now, for this time, he's carrying Houston on his back right now. I see them. I don't think this series is gonna be close. Now, I did say last show I don't think Houston they cannot win without Russell Westbrook. They just can't. They'll get by this series, but man, Harden is a beast, and he's showing you why he was the MVP.
Oh man, so AG say, man, Houston is gonna win this 4-2. He think I'm crazy. Good luck. Hey, if James Harden, the only thing I agree with you with, AG, is if James Harden keep playing like this, man, how can I argue with you? But I just think it's gonna feel a lot. I think he's shown us in the past, you know, it's tough for him to carry throughout the playoffs. However, he lost 20, 25 pounds during the restart, you know, during that restart break. So and he's unguardable, man. So
no, he's the beast, man. He's a beast.
we got the Utah-Denver game, man. Listen, a guy that I told you about that had just came back, Jamal Murray, went wild, 36. Again, man, this Denver team, I keep telling y'all, I'm afraid of the next couple years. As a Laker fan, I don't want to see them next year and especially the year after. I'm telling you that right now.
No doubt. But Klew, I told you this was one of the games I said in the Western Conference. To me, was an instant classic. This is the series that I wanted to see, right? And I'm encouraged because it went overtime.
Overtime, absolutely.
It went overtime, and then they didn't have one of their good players, Mike Conley. He was out, right, because the birth of a child, right? But Donovan Mitchell, that's a bad man. My man went for 57 points. Yeah. I like that dude. Hey, that dude is a beast. He got so much heart, man. That dude, he got some heart. He plays the game.
Give up.
Just like you say how the Heat play, that's how he plays, man. He plays that way all the time. He comes ready to play. So right now I think Conley is scheduled to come back the third game. So just because they don't have Conley, I think the series is going to be, it's not going to be as tight as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Denver's a bad team, like you said.
Yep.
They're built for the present. Wow. And they built for the future.
She's talking about they might have a three-peat in 2 years.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, again, listen, me and my brother go at it all the time, and I've been scared of Denver since last year, man. Yeah. I told him, I say, look, man, this ain't looking too good for the West. And he like, who? He thinking Golden State and all these people. I say, Denver, man, I don't know what you watching, but them young boys going to be something when Michael Porter Jr. gets back. And so now they're starting to gel. They're starting to play well together. And I think, just like AG said, in the future, I'm scared of these guys.
Hey, Klew right here. Carol said the same thing you said about Porter.
That's right. Yes, sir. Correct. Yeah, he's correct. Listen, everybody he moves so he moves like a guard, but he's 6'10", y'all. And that's what I keep trying to say. So it's not that, he still can see over anybody when he raised up. And that just reminds me of KD. And I'm sure that's what my boy Grove thinking about too. Listen, Brooklyn Nets and the Toronto Raptors blowout. And this all these games. Yeah, this is sweet. And again, I love watching Miami Heat play. And this is my second team. I love to watch the Toronto Raptors play, man. Just they're my type of teams. Just gonna give you everything they got every night out. It's hard to beat teams like that. I think both of them gonna sweep, and Toronto starting out with a 24-point win. I think it's gonna be easy. Philly and Boston. I honestly thought MB that Boston was gonna do them worse than this. I thought Philly showed a lot of heart, during this game. And I thought they shut it down and quit, but don't look like they will. I still think this will go 6. But Boston, obviously is the better team, and I'm just liking actually what I saw from Philly that they didn't shut it down.
No, they're not going to shut it down. They got some veteran leadership on there. They got some guys that care, that's passionate, and then they don't want to get embarrassed either. Joe Embiid. Those go, and then Hartford. He playing against his former team, so they don't want to get embarrassed. But like you say, they without Ben Simmons, man, and then Joe Embiid, with him being inconsistent with his injuries and history, stuff like that. Like you say, I think it's gonna be competitive, but I think I can see Boston just winning like 4-2, man. Philly may get in too.
And how about MB? The last game of the night, that was the most controversy. Everybody NBA champions, them Clippers, them LA Clippers, throwed out my dog, the unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis, baby, got thrown out the game on a phantom push. On a phantom pushback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what hurt my feelings, right, was Twin stayed in the game, man. Marcus Morris stayed in the game. How you thought it should have been, throw both of them out is what I was thinking. At the, man, to make it somehow. You see, this is what I was saying this morning. I was saying, you know what? This is why people always think that the NBA is rigged, because of stuff like this.
Right. Right.
When a phantom push get the team second best player thrown out of the game, and Luka Doncic went for 42, and all he needed was his ace in the hole, man. Because Tim Hardaway Jr. was killing MB. He was out there getting him work.
Right.
And then Chris, the unicorn get thrown out of the game, man. That was horrible.
Yeah, you know what? I was that was like somebody said that he needs to get a flop award, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, based on that. And they need the ref, whoever make that call. How can you make a call? It's the playoff, man. You can't you can't throw. They already teed them up one time. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? What is it?
Refs get paid to get them LA teams in the finals.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's how that stuff started. But
it was definitely like some point saving out there, man.
This is what confused me as well. They went to the. They go to the video monitor and look at it. How you don't see it then?
I don't know. They was like watching something else on there or something. I don't know. But you know what though? But I was surprised though with how well Dallas played against the Clippers. I was surprised. I was surprised how much said. I know Luke is a bad boy.
They can score.
But I was really surprised that because one thing with the Clippers, they're both an offense and a defensive team. They're complete. And I was really surprised like Kawhi Leonard or Paul George or whoever couldn't shut that dude down, man. That dude's a bad dude. He put on a show. You know?
As we speak to Toronto now 2-0 up on Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They gonna make short work of these boys.
Yeah.
And then, man, I'm already upset. The Denver Nuggets lost to Utah. They done lost to Utah today.
This
game today.
I told you, Klew.
I done got upset.
Now they
lost. What my boy Mitchell doing? Let me see what he did. What did he do?
He probably went for 75.
124 to 105. Yup, he went off for 30. 10 to 14 shooting. So he must have other people step up.
Hey, MB, he didn't play well. He only hit half of what he hit the night before. He got to get his game up.
It seemed like he got help this time, Klew. 10 to 24, he got help.
Yeah,
but hey, Klew, that's what I'm saying. I was surprised how well Dallas played against the Clippers, man. I was shocked. They came ready to play. And then when you threw the unicorn out, it seemed like they even made him mad. You talked about Tim Hardaway guys stepping up, and they did that, man.
Right.
And so I don't know if the Clippers was sleepwalking on Dallas or whatnot, but I know based on any time you play the Clippers, because they're, like you say, they're the people champ, that they're going to get the A game from a lot of players. But it's playoffs. You should bring your own A game either way. You got to bring the A game, no doubt. What Ty talking about? MB, what he talking about?
I don't know. Who knows? He's probably talking about Seattle still, MB. He is a Seattle.
Then I heard him.
He been there forever.
Hey, let me put the header for him, huh? You want to see that? You can't see that Seahawk.
Yeah. But, man, we appreciate y'all for coming and chopping it up with us, man. Very lively tonight. We appreciate that. Keep your comments coming. This Friday, we got an awesome show. We going to the world of track and field. We got a track and field Hall of Famer coming in, and talk to him about it.
Yeah, guys. Hey, we got Coach Cyrus Jones. All right, we got him coming on, man. Legendary coach from Lincoln University, like Klew just mentioned. All right, in the Hall of Fame, homeboy from Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida, baby. Duval, right? Showing him some love, man. The Bible say give honor where honor is due, and this guy definitely deserved to have his roses flowers while he's still alive, man. This guy's an awesome guy, and he won a ton of championships, man. But the most important thing that I like, Klew, man, when I reached out to the guests to get other people to come on, man.
And she going to sleep on the shoulder.
I was not sleeping.
That's her sister calling out. Call her out, Lisa. You know she'll go to sleep on a minute. Hey, Klew, it could be a house full of people. Shelly go sleep like, and I'll be like, don't take it personal. Hey, Klew, she got me when we was dating, right? She was like, when we was going, man, she'll stay up late, watch TV with me, all that stuff, you know, the talk on the phone, you know, high school, you talk on the phone, no, you hang up, you hang up. You know? Yeah. So we got married. Like, wake up. Hey, she go to sleep in a minute, boy. When those leprechauns start swinging on our lid, it is over. It's a wrap. Hey. I can't tell you how many times I'm talking to somebody something serious and she fall asleep on me. I don't even take it personal now. I was like, she's like, I'm sorry, never mind, baby. Get your rest.
Hey, Jill ain't even saying nothing in the show about her. Hey, man, we love y'all. We got to tuck Shelly in, get her to bed. I can laugh at her because now I finally found somebody to go to sleep before I do. So I'm so glad right now. We love y'all ballers. Keep come holler at us Friday, 6 p.m. We'll be back to holler at y'all Sunday at 6, man. We're having a great time. Glad that you guys are as well. For Klew, MB, and Miss Shelly B.
Brown Sugar. Hey, guys, make sure you guys follow the show now. Make sure you follow, subscribe on YouTube, follow the show on Facebook, all right? We love you guys.
All right, peace.
Peace.